Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen here?
I mean,
so we can't. So we can't hear the sound effects.
No, we can't.
Oh my god, is my mic on? I'm so scared.
No, we're good.
These technical problems.
So the other day when we went to Forum 4, had a little of that.
Last night?
No. Last Friday.
414 is a karaoke bar that Josh goes to.
Yeah.
And doesn't know nothing else outside of that.
Best karaoke in Arizona.
That's a lie.
It's the truth.
No, the Tin Top out in Totofa.
Fuck that shit. No, I had a little of that just in case juice, you know what I'm saying? And
it means jizz.
And it was when I drank that shit, I probably had like 2 ounces of it, and I was like feeling it immediately. It was like some good shit, bro.
What sperm does. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, stop! God. Okay. Sorry. That's the way you said that shit. I'm sorry, everybody. Hey, everybody, and welcome to About an Hour with Cisco.
Oh, yeah, and Josh.
And, okay. I was about to say your name, and I was like, oh, no, we're going back to old times. We don't have headsets on now. We're going back to the original style. Because technical problems.
Yeah.
So this is About an Hour with Cisco and Josh. We give you the weekly recap on local, nation, and worldwide news.
And there's no better way to start a podcast off than with a little bit of racism.
That's right. It's me, Joe Arpaio. So Joe Arpaio. Yeah, I'll just summarize it.
Let's tell the listeners that aren't in Arizona.
Okay, so if you don't know who Joe Arpaio is, you're probably really stupidly young. And yeah, but if you do know, because he was bringing nationwide news for a while there. Mm-hmm. He is, how he would claim, the roughest, toughest sheriff in Maricopa County. And so bottom line, he would do the chain gang type of things, bring in old school shit, because he believed the prisoner is a prisoner, and you fucked up, and you should be like
treated like a prisoner.
Yeah, treated like a prisoner. I guess that's the best way to put it. So, you know, you would wear all these like pink, I think jumpsuits and all this shit. You lived out in the heat in Tent City, which is it's fair. It's fair.
It depends on the crime.
Well, I mean, you know,
because it's cruel and unusual punishment. If you're forced to wear.
Let's put it this way. I believe it's harder to get to prison than it is to jail. You have to really fuck up to go to prison.
It's different. Prison is a long-term like living facility, and jail is like you know
temporary.
1 to 60 days.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is prison. You got to really fuck up to end up in prison to get that time, life sentence, whatever.
You can end up in prison on drug charges that was just.
Oh yeah, well we caught you so many times, put you in jail. You keep doing it. Here's prison time now.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but anyways, go ahead.
So
yeah.
So Joe Arpaio. So that's a little speed up. But Joe Arpaio, I guess his downfall was he started I hate them Mexicans. I don't want, you can come from, I remember watching this clip. You can come from Cuba, you can come from Italy, you can come from, but no Mexicans.
Really?
Yeah, I caught it one time. And I'm just like, oh my God.
It's like he really does not like Mexicans.
I'm like, he hates Mexicans so much. So he was trying to do a whole, he wanted to be Border Patrol now. And eventually that led to his downfall. And yeah, well, he's still trying to strive for that power. Lost power as county sheriff. He lives in Fountain Hills. Everybody would tell you he lives somewhere in Fountain Hills. But he's been trying to run for mayor in Fountain Hills. So, I'll read the article now. Fountain Hills is where Arpaio has lived for more than 2 decades. The former sheriff said during the late night hours of August 2nd that the vote totals so far came from early ballots, and he was awaiting the total of in-person voting. This is Arpaio's third campaign for an elected position since his failed re-election campaign for Maricopa County Sheriff in 2016. Arpaio, who announced his mayoral candidacy in October 21, is attempting to unseat two-term Mayor Ginny Dickey. Quote, "I can bring to Fountain Hills one thing, life experience. I worked all over the world, dealt with presidents on and on. So I have life experience, and I think I have a little common sense," said Arpaio at the time. He announced his campaign. "Why I continue? What do you want me to do? Go fishing? Go golfing? I don't do anything. My hobby is work. I've done that my whole life. I'm not stopping now." End quote. This is a man who has no life, everybody. Take notes. Go fishing and hiking.
Yeah, and apparently this is like the best place to do border patrol is in Fountain Hills, which is like fucking 30 minutes
I want all those Mexicans out of the baking shops. Out of my beautiful Fountain Hills.
Have you been to Fountain Hills?
It is beautiful.
It's a white person
it's been
community.
Years since I've been there, but when I went, I was like, "This is beautiful."
Yeah, it's like a secluded fucking community. Like it's a tight knit, secluded, you know. But like, there's some nail salons with some Vietnamese people there, but like for the most part, it's not like everyone's, you know, driving big trucks and shit. It's like nice cars. They have gated communities, you know, that type of shit. But Fountain Hills is like a one way in, one way out type of place.
So yeah, that's the deal, and that's that. But as we all know, if you're local here, he did not win that. He lost it. So God damn, I can't keep the illegals out of Fountain Hills.
These goddamn Mexicans.
They're damn Mexicans. They're beta dicks. That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll tell it. So, from failed politicians, we now go to snakes in bags.
There was a snake in my bag.
So, a Virginia woman, a Virginia woman's trip to the grocery store took an unsuspected turn on Thursday when she was startled by a snake in her shopping cart. Kimberly Slaughter, well, that's a badass name. What's your last name? Slaughter. Kimberly Slaughter.
Wait, what? Sergeant Slaughter! Isn't that like a WWE thing?
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, Sergeant Slaughter. Is that what you said?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. See, I know my shit sometimes.
I know. Yeah, look at you there.
Yeah.
So, what?
Wait, go ahead.
So, she was inside a Shoppers Value store in Lunenburg County, Virginia, when she saw what she believed to be mouse feces inside of her shopping cart. Quote, "I was like, I'm not getting that bag." End quote. Slaughter told the news outlet, "So I put it on the bottom shelf because there was already mouse poop covering the bottom shelves." This has mouse poop, so I'm going to put it with the mouse poop.
Yeah. It's like, why would you continue shopping there? I was like, obviously they have a rodent problem.
I would have thought, yeah.
Right?
Yep. Slaughter, who said she noticed rodent traps on the bottom shelf,
oh my God,
went to grab another grab of popcorn and saw that it had a small hole in the top right corner. When Slaughter went to put the bag in her cart to take up to the front because it couldn't be sold, she discovered a snake inside. Quote, "The thing had popped out. And, I was like, oh, well, hi." End quote. No, bitch. You probably screamed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
If you said you were startled, you didn't go, "Oh, well, hi."
Well, hi, little guy. She explained that when she brought the cart to the front of the store, the snake emerged from the bag and slid her around before returning inside of the bag. It was full length of the cart. Holy shit.
There's no way.
A cart's like 3 feet.
Yeah, like 3 feet long, like a foot and a half wide, or so 2 feet wide,
maybe
or something.
Maybe 2 feet wide.
Unless you're talking about those small ones with like the 2 layers, and it's like one like little basket thing.
I don't think so though. But
where is this? Is it a convenience store?
Yeah. I just told you, in the shopping store thing.
Well, I mean, like convenience, like Walgreens.
No, I don't think so. It's like
that sounds like a really fucking wild story.
So it was full length of the cart. Slaughter, who says friends told her she encountered a rat snake, said it had a prime real estate though. Okay. Slaughter, who has a baby at home, told the outlet she worries about what would happen if the snake had made it back home with her. Quote, I have a baby and he's just starting to walk, end quote. Slaughter said, so imagine if he was a little bit older, or if my niece had gone and been like, hey, I want some popcorn, and grabbed that bag and it bit her. It's not safe. It's not healthy. The store manager, Ryan Stanley, said the store is investigating. We have no idea where it came from, Stanley said. We're investigating, trying to find out where it came from, but we have no indication that there could be any others. There's probably like 5 more in the basement.
No, literally, if there's rat poop, there's got to be fucking snakes, because that's like the main source of protein for fucking snakes is rats. You know what I'm saying? Mice, rats. But I think she's trying to pull the I'm going to sue the store thing. Because like, oh, if I had taken that bag home, then my kid would have been hurt or whatever, and it was on your shelf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we've been through this. But you didn't.
Yeah. It's like, it didn't leave the store, you didn't pay for it, so I'm not gonna...
Yeah, all you said was, oh, hey there.
Like, worst case scenario, it would be an OSHA violation or a health and food, violation or something like that. But it wouldn't be we're gonna shut down the store and,
we're gonna get all the snakes! We're gonna get them out of here like St. Patrick!
Get Joe Arpaio here. He'll get all the rats out.
Get all the snakes out of here. Damn illegal snakes.
I will deport these snakes.
I'm the roughest, toughest snake deporter in the state of Virginia.
I'm running.
Oh, fuck. Well, I hope they fix their snake problem. And from one snake, we go to another snake.
Pretty good, actually.
So, China escalated rhetoric while U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, there's a snake, visited Taiwan on Wednesday, calling her trip very dangerous and stupid, and blasting the Biden administration for not stopping it. The U.S. government had a responsibility to prevent her trip, yet they say one thing and do another. Oh, golly, what have I been saying? They have no integrity at all. The People's Daily, the official mouthpiece of the ruling Communist Party, said Wednesday in a front page editorial. Where did I get this article from? Pelosi defended her trip during a news conference Wednesday, arguing that there is a struggle between autocracy and democracy in the world, and that one of the purposes of the trip was to show the world the success of the people of Taiwan, the courage to change their own country to become more democratic. She described Taiwan as a, quote, model in this region, end quote, and that it, quote, offers a very strong contrast to what's happening in mainland China, end quote. She said her visit opens the door to better economic changes, and that several large Taiwanese companies already plan to invest in manufacturing in the United States. Pelosi departed Taiwan just after 6 p.m. local time, following a visit that included a meeting with Taiwanese President, Tsai Ing-wen. The U.S. delegation spent less than 24 hours in Taiwan, landing in Taipei just before 11 p.m. local time Tuesday, amid a furious backlash from China, which considers the self-governing island its own and views foreign diplomatic visits as legitimizing the movement for Taiwan's independence. Despite the bluster from Chinese officials, China has limited its response to intensified military drills around Taiwan, as well as banning some imports of Taiwanese fish and fruit and barring Chinese exports of sand to Taiwan. China's army is set to conduct drills around Taiwan between Thursday and Sunday.
Well, do you know the background between Taiwan and China?
Yes. So the deal is Taiwan is pretty much we better not say it, but I'm going to say it, a independent country.
Oh
no. China's coming after us. Yep. But China, similar to Russia, believe they have some kind of control or they own.
It's the same thing as North Korea.
Yeah.
So basically they're like, at some point in the world's history, you were a part of our country. And at some point, in history, you broke off from our government or our country and became your own country.
You're not.
Yeah. Right? And it's like you think that you're your own country and you're acting like it, but you're not, right? And while it's not totally unfair to say that they have no point, it's it's not really their decision, because at some point they developed their own government and they are, acting as their own, sovereign nation.
They're an independent country.
Yeah, they're their own sovereign nation.
Yeah.
South Korea, same deal. They had assistance from the United States. Taiwan, I don't really know too much about Taiwan, but China definitely is trying to get their hands back on Taiwan.
Yeah, they are.
Russia, obviously, with Ukraine, started a whole fucking war over it.
Not saying we're going into, but when you start hearing how the world is right now, you start believing. What I'm trying to get is when you hear about World War I, right? Remember, it was always like the Archduke Ferdinand, I think, got shot, and then the Lusitania got sunk, and you see all these world events, and you're aware or they make it sound like it's one after the other.
Yeah,
but it's like slowly these events cause what led to this.
Yeah.
So when you start listening where we're at now in the world, it almost feels like we're kind of like headed. I'm not saying hopefully not, but we're
World War III or something.
World War III, because you watch like, Putin invaded Ukraine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, China's trying to take over Taiwan, and then you got, hey, come on. It's like,
so you know what?
And you hear about us going into recession. Yeah. And it's like, oh fuck! Like,
you know what that means? Got to start a new war. Yeah. You got to get that money back.
Get that economy going up again.
No, that would actually be a really bad war.
Because it's nuclear. We're not dealing no more with armories.
Russia and China,
powerful.
Yeah, Russia and China are going to be the world leaders in nuclear arsenals. But
we're up there too. We just got pussy of a leader. But.
We have more nukes per capita than any other country.
Right.
But they did sign the United Nations people signed a document basically saying. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically saying like no one will ever use nukes against another country with nukes, because then we just kill each other. We blow the whole world up, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but
is it like a treaty or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like how well are those treaties?
Well, if you're part of the UN, you have to follow it. If you don't follow it, then the entire UN goes after you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Russia, I'm not really sure if they're still.
But think about it. The whole UN could have helped out Ukraine.
Yeah, but their goal isn't to.
In fact, to the point that Ukraine's like, please let me be in the UN, and
I don't know the logistics behind that, but what I'm gonna say is there's reasons that UN doesn't get involved with certain things. Like, have you ever seen the Siege of Jodhpur?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a Netflix movie, but it's like it's kind of like a war biography thing where the UN was sent to help a town called Jodhpur or something.
By UN, you just mean the United States.
No, United Nations.
I know, but it feels like they always just send to us. Like, you guys are good. We'll protect our countries. You guys go ahead and fuck up yours. It's nationally
recognized, but they have very little power. The UN can't just start a war. They have to assist and keep the peace.
You gotta go through a claim progress.
But as soon as something like crazy happens, like they want to start shooting and shit, the UN will just defend themselves and then they'll leave. They won't help and stay and fight. You know what I'm saying?
I always hear people about getting like, the US needs to get out of the UN.
Why?
And I feel like, I don't know, just hearing what you're saying.
Us. That would be so stupid.
Well, I would just feel like half of what you're saying, it just feels like, that's a reasonable reason to get out of it. Well, we just shoot and leave. We don't attend. We don't help out. We don't nothing. It's like, well.
Well, in either case, let's get back to the original point. Yeah. Pelosi going to Taiwan. I mean, we all know that China is like a big part of the world, right? Like they make half our shit. Okay?
Yes, that's true. Plastic toys.
China should never go to war with the United States. The United States should never go to war with China because we basically need each other. But when the United States reaches across national lines and tries to be diplomatic with a country that they're actively trying to like pull back to their country, if Pelosi or if Biden says Taiwan's their own country and we stand with Taiwan, that's like an act of war to them.
Here's a problem. These liberals are so out of touch, man. But I'm not going to get into it, but I'll just leave it at there's like, stop it. Stop trying to you can't push your agenda that bad here that you feel like you can do it all over the world. And it feels like you're pushing your agenda on other countries.
Well, didn't the Republicans did back in the early 2000s?
Huh?
Back in the early 2000s, Desert Storm and getting up the Bush oil.
Oh, you're talking about
in the Middle East for the Republicans?
What are you talking about?
For the Republicans. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but just in a different way.
I don't know. So from flying to Taiwan, we go now to flying with McMuffins. So a hungry traveler may have...
motherfucker.
That's pretty good. May have just pied for the most expensive McDonald's breakfast ever. The passenger traveling from Indonesia to Australia is being fined $1,874 for leaving 2 undeclared egg and beef sausage McMuffins and a ham croissant in their luggage. A biosecurity dog sniffed out the sandwiches, where were then sent to be tested for foot and mouth disease. Before this incident, Australian authorities introduced new biosecurity rules after a foot and mouth disease outbreak in Indonesia spread to Bali. That's all I wrote, though. So.
Okay, so they're saying that we're fining you this much money because you had undeclared food, and then Indonesia has had a foot and mouth outbreak. Do you know what foot and mouth is?
No, but please explain to me.
So foot and mouth is basically a disease that's similar to chickenpox, where it's incredibly contagious, but only through saliva. Instead of it being a touch thing, it's a saliva thing, and saliva and blood, maybe mucus membranes. And basically what
he's
it does,
a doctor. He's our local doctor.
Basically here. What it does is it goes to like your extremities, and it creates a lot of really like a rash and bumps and shit. But they don't pop. Like they're not like cysts or something. They're just, it's like a rash, and it itches really fucking bad.
Goosebumps?
No, I'm talking. It's like chickenpox. I'm not sure if you ever had it, but chickenpox is like, like a bunch of dots. Imagine like a bunch of mosquito bites, but they're really small.
Yeah.
And you want to scratch it all the time, all over your palms and your
bottom of your
feet. No, I just know what it is.
I was like, you talked like from experience.
Yeah, but it's like that, and it's like, oh my god, calamine lotion, that type of stuff. So. So
that's the deal. I don't got much on this.
But that's the reason I didn't know that he was charged.
Well, I got you, bro. I give you the
for
news.
That reason. I just knew that they did it. Now, in most scenarios, you can't travel across national or state lines, for that matter.
No, I think
because of the Food and Drug Administration.
That's the deal here in between us and Mexico. Like, if you bring in shit from there, it has to be like
mangoes, avocados,
no fruit and vegetables. I believe,
unless you're actively like eating it. They'll tell you to throw it away. Basically,
could be eaten at the borderline.
No, literally, like
mangoes.
No, you got nachos, burritos, whatever. If you're bringing,
it can't be raw meat. Yeah, it can't be
vegetables or fruits, that type of stuff, because it could be an invasive species, or it could have drugs in it or something like that.
But we get avocados and like certain fruits.
Well, that's because it's been checked by the border. Oh. Like as long as being checked.
But a common person obviously cannot bring
exactly.
Them, right?
If you have like a basket of avocados in your car, they're going to take it. Yeah, they're going to take it. They're going to check it out, and then they're going to give you some type of like fine for trying to get shit over the border. Because it's illegal. It's like smuggling, but just with food.
All right. So moving on. So from taking McMuffins through planes, we now go to. You take weed to different countries, you end up in a Russian prison.
For 9 years.
So, you like my little setup here?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It goes like, bang, bang, bang,
I ordered the articles this time.
Yeah.
So a Russian court sentenced WNBA star Brittney Griner. And if you don't know who Brittney Griner is...
You live under a rock.
We don't blame you because no one watches the WNBA.
Oh, okay.
And so Brittney Griner is sentenced to 9 years in prison Thursday, an expected conclusion to her trial that should allow negotiations for a prisoner swap to accelerate. So Griner, who was arrested February 17th for bringing cannabis into the country, had been prepared for a harsh sentence. Sources close to the player said, but she and her supporters have also been aware that Russia was not going to move forward with a trade that could bring her home until her trial was completed. A guilty verdict was considered a foregone conclusion, and Griner pleaded guilty July 7th through the case continued under Russian law. Before I read on, do me a favor. Find out who Russia wants to trade her for.
Ooh,
and just give me the name of it when I ask you for it, okay?
Give me a second, yeah.
So during sentencing, Judge Anna Sotnikova said she had found that Griner intentionally broke the law and also fined her 1 million rubles, about $16,700. Sotnikova said that the time Griner has served in custody since her arrest in February would count towards the sentence. Griner reacted to the sentence with a little emotion, listened to the verdict with a blank stare on her face, because she's probably high. I doubt it.
Oh my God. That's
wait it out.
All right.
As she was let out of court, Griner said, "I love my family." The 9-year sentence was close to the maximum of 10 years that Griner had faced under the charges, and prosecutors had asked for a 9.5-year sentence. Griner's defense lawyer said they would appeal. The defense team said that in sentencing, the court had ignored all evidence it had presented in Griner's guilty plea. The defense attorney Maria Blagovolina told reporters later that Griner was, quote, very upset, very stressed. She could hardly talk. It's a difficult time for her. Now, so they're talking about doing a trade. The president is. And they said, please give us back. What do you want? And they said, okay, well, since everyone's making a big fuss about Brittney Griner, bring Brittney home, Brittney.
Free Brittney.
Making it. Leave Brittney alone! So because the media and the world, well, the country, is making Brittney feel like a bigger thing than she really is, because WNBA is garbage. Let's be honest. Nobody watches.
No, I know. It's like I'm just stating it as a matter of fact.
It's just garbage. LeBron makes more than NBA because LeBron brings seats to the fucking asses to seats. Yeah. WNBA doesn't bring asses to seats or the revenue.
They literally give them away in Fry's receipts.
Yeah, you wasted. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Yo, you wasted $50. Here's 2 seats to the Mercury. Oh, good God! Do you got 2 seats? Do you got 2 tickets to the Renaissance instead?
Yeah. Want to trade?
No, please take the Mercury ones. They really want asses in seat. I'd rather just say huzzah. Yeah. So, because the media in the world and the country is making her a bigger deal, like a Brad Pitt, a LeBron, a thing, Russia said, okay, since you're crying so much for her, we'll make a trade. We'll give you Brittney Griner back in return for
Victor Bout.
And what is his nickname?
I don't know what his nickname is.
I believe he is the murderer of death. He has some crazy nickname.
Yeah. That's actually kind of wild. I didn't realize this was a thing, but apparently he's a Russian arms dealer.
Yeah, and he's top high quality shit. Yeah. I'm assuming.
Yeah. He kind of looks like it. Like, have you ever seen Lord of War with Nicolas Cage?
I did not know he looked like that. That's kind of.
He's got the
bowl cut and a porn stash.
Yeah, porn stash. Yeah, that's what it is. But it says that. So you didn't talk about why she's in prison, did you?
So I did. That she brought in meth and weed.
No, weed. But I want to talk about really fast why she deserved to go to prison. Because all right, so hear me out. It's really fast. Just pause.
I just want to know what the nickname is. What did he do? Okay.
Yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
So I want to talk about why she deserves to go to prison. Now, I'm not going to say that Russia isn't being harsh or strict or whatever, because they definitely are, and they could definitely see that there's, she only brought half an ounce or whatever it was of marijuana into the country. But here's the problem. The problem isn't the amount; it's the fact that she did it. In any country, if you bring drugs, doesn't matter if it's legally or not legally declared. It doesn't matter if it's this much. Even if it's cigarettes, I'm pretty sure, right? It's not allowed. Like, straight up, you can't bring other drugs into a country. Imagine if you brought that to the fucking like the Middle East. They would have fucking stoned her to death. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm going to say. Russia is just as strict on drugs as the United States is. So that's a fair sentence. I mean, 9 years is the sentence, but with good behavior, it could be 5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how it works over there in Russia. I'm not perfect on the laws in the United States, but typically with non-violent charges, it's halved to what the max could be, for based off of I'm very sorry, that type of shit. But that's not unfair. She did bring drugs into a different country, and she has to face the consequences. So keep that in mind if you want to travel, into a different country. I don't give a shit if you're a fucking famous celebrity or
she's not.
She's
WNBA.
Yeah, or WNBA or anybody. If you're anybody traveling into a different country, don't bring fucking drugs. It's pretty simple.
The other thing I keep hearing about is everyone keeps saying that she got on a knee with the U.S. flag. You know how when Kaepernick and all those were I'm gonna get on a knee because I hate this country. Well, you hate it so much, you went to Russia to make more money because apparently they pay more for women basketball over there.
Really?
That's why she was over there.
Probably because she's really fucking tall.
I don't know. But here's the deal. You hated America so much and you got on a knee, now you're in Russia. So you would assume if we do trade you for this man that I'm about to mention what his credentials are.
Yeah.
You would assume, are you going to get back on a fucking knee again?
It's like,
or are you gonna fucking stand up for the fucking country that just brought you back?
Yeah.
It's so horrible, but yet here you were in Russia.
Yeah.
So
it's like we could have let you out, to dry. You know
what I mean?
Hung out to dry.
Like if you bash something and you go somewhere that's 3 times worse. Are you going to come back thinking, this place is so horrible? Yeah, no, fuck you. You're going to kiss the feet of every fucking person.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to kiss the fucking ground for fuck's sake. So, real quick, just to give you an idea here, I'm going to read these 2 paragraphs about who this guy is. Russian officials have pressed for Mr. Boot, I guess it's pronounced Boot, returned since his convention in 2011. By a New York jury on 4 counts that included conspiring to kill American citizens.
Holy shit.
Prosecutors said he agreed to sell anti-aircraft weapons to drug enforcement informants who were posing as armed buyers for the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. The Attorney General at the time, Eric Holder, called Mr. Boot one of the world's most prolific arms dealers. Mr. Boot becomes notorious among American intelligence officials, earning the nickname Merchant of Death. As he evaded capture for years, his exploits helped inspire a 2000 film, Lord of War.
Yeah, I knew it!
That starred Nicolas Cage. As a character fashioned after Mr. Boot. So, with that being said, I said we don't trade her.
Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page, because, what is this WNBA star going to do for the United States?
She's not something. Honest to God,
keep her. Just keep her.
If someone said we have Bob Dylan here, give us Merchant of Death for Bob Dylan, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll give you Merchant of Death. No, knocking on heaven's door, please take me back. I'm like, fuck yeah, bring back Bob Dylan. That guy's
he's a fucking legend.
Yeah, he's a singing icon. I play harmonica louder than ever. Okay, sure, whatever, Bob Dylan, come on back.
Yeah.
If we're gonna trade celebrities for fucking Merchants of Death, it's better. It's gotta be good ones. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. Nicolas Cage, fuck it. If Nick goes, I'm here in Russia, baby girl, please take me back. I'm like, yeah, okay. But if you say Brittney Griner, I'd be like, Britney Spears? No, sir. Oh, wait a minute. Who's in Russia? Huh? Brittney Griner, sir. Britney Spears, hit me, baby, one more time. We have to say
Britney Spears. Free Britney.
Free Britney. Hey, leave Britney alone. Britney Spears. No, sir, Britney Griner. Who is that? She's a women's NBA.
Vanilla pudding.
I don't watch that. What is NWNBA? It's women's national
NWA. What is that?
Easy-E. I thought he was dead. No, sir, Brittney Griner from the WNBA. I don't know who that is.
Is that table tennis?
Is that... Is she one of the Williams sisters? Tennis, right? No, sir, basketball. LeBron? Sir, you're losing focus here.
I need to take a nap.
I think it's nap time. I'm going to bed. It's too much. I can't. Too much.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm going to agree with that. Like, honestly, this guy obviously is dealing weapons. Like tanks. Have you ever seen the movie?
No.
He was selling tanks.
Well, it's based
in Russia. Yeah,
but the influence is not the life story. But okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like you know, anti-aircraft weapons, tanks, like armored vehicles, that type of shit. It's like this guy is a war criminal. He's not some dude who brought drugs across the border.
He's not Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, or some like really not known person. This is someone who is actively assisting in the death of other people around the world.
Yeah, conspiring too.
And the person that you're going to trade it for is a fucking WNBA player? Not even a star, a player. Like, if it was LeBron, I don't know, maybe, but nowhere close.
But that's the deal. So here's the deal, and I keep hearing this on the radio.
Does she know state secrets? Like, what makes her so important?
Oh, my name is Brittney Griner. I'm a lesbian WNBA player. Please let me go. I don't know nothing but besides dribbling a ball.
I made a mistake, I guess.
Yeah, this is what it sounds like.
I brought drugs across the border, didn't declare it.
I take man hormones because I'm a big, tall lesbian. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
Okay.
So, you know, it's just stupid.
And real quick, just to wrap it up, if everybody didn't make her sound like a big deal, I'm pretty sure Russia would just pack her in a fucking body bag and just throw her on our shores. But because everyone's making her sound like a big deal, Russia's going, oh, she must be big deal here. Okay, she's so big deal to you. We give us merchant to death. We give you
big deal to us.
Yeah, big deal here, big deal there. Big deal, we trade big deals.
Big deals.
Big deals.
Everything's bigger in Russia.
That's right, big deal. With the big deals in Russia, with the big deals in America. Come on. That'd be an Italian right in the middle. Yeah, right. You give a WNBA player and a Russia guy give you, whatever, merchant of death for
whatever.
lesbian basketball player.
Forget about it.
Forget about it after that. We get it all figured out here. Good time. Later we have cannolis at my mama's pasta shop.
You love it. You love it.
You love it a lot.
Homemade sauces. Linguine.
The best fucking mama sauce. Great shit. So from a lesbian,
we'll go to another one.
We now go to a one that wants to be change pronouns. So from
is it he or no? It's she, they. Which one is it now? Is it?
I don't know what Brittney grown pronouns are, but I'm assuming she's into the theys. So from a they, we go to a now a they that wants to be known as she and her.
Oh, okay.
And we go to Demi Lovato.
Let's just call her Cher. Combine she and
Cher.
her. Yeah.
You like that?
Sure, yeah, that's pretty good. Sure.
So superstar Demi Lovato finally explains why she decided to go back to using she/her pronouns after previously announcing that she was non-binary and identified as they/them. During the 29-year-old singer-actress recent appearance on the Spout podcast, Lovato talked about the decision to go back to identify as she/her and said it was because lately the performer's been feeling more of the feminine vibe. Entertainment Tonight reported.
I'm feeling more feminine.
I feel like a woman.
I'm just going to change my, It's like, imagine just waking up one day and just being like, you know what? I feel more like a girl today.
I'm bleeding out my vagina. That's a woman feeling.
Yeah. So now when someone recognizes me and they say, oh, hi, they, them, I'm going to be like, don't call me that. I'm she. You fucking bigot. It's like, I didn't know. You made this decision last night. Things are changing too quickly.
It's all just happening so fast.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, this isn't a personal decision. This is a you're fucked in the mind thing at this point. So in May, fans noticed Lovato had suddenly added she/her pronouns to her Instagram page, but she never explained. Yeah, so they/them is actually adopted. The pronouns. Oh my god. I've actually adopted the pronouns of she/her again with me. The heart attack hitmaker told the host. So for me, I'm such a fluid person that I don't find that I am. I felt like, especially last year, my energy was balanced and my masculine and feminine energy, so that when I was faced with the choice of walking into a bathroom and it said women and men, I didn't feel like there was a bathroom for me because I didn't feel necessarily like a woman. I have no idea what the fuck I just read, and this is her quotes.
She basically said that if there's a man bathroom on the left and a woman's bathroom on the right, she wanted to walk right in the middle and go to both of them.
Oh, if you're lucky, those are called family bathrooms.
Yeah, those are called family bathrooms.
I love those.
Yeah,
it's very one-on-one.
Yeah, I get to lock the door and have like an entire fucking
personal
cubicle
shitter,
to myself. Yeah,
no creeper looking in the pen, seeing if you're in there. I didn't feel like a man. She added. I just felt like a human. And that's what them is about for me. It's just about like feeling human at your core. Well, pick a gender and you are. Instead of feeling like they or it. That's just me saying that. Recently, I've been feeling more feminine, and so I adopted she, her again. The singer continued. But I think what's important is like nobody's perfect. Everyone messes up pronouns at some point, especially when people are learning. It's just all about respect. In May 2021, Lovato came out as a non-binary and announced embracing they/them pronouns in a video posted on Twitter to the star's fans.
Oh boy, this might sound very old school of me, but I feel like you can have the pronouns that you want for sure. But I feel like if you at any point decide that you want to be a they/them, then you should remain they/them because what's to stop you from changing again in the future? You know, like. You're they/them with tits, fair, and then we'll leave it. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Or you're a they/them without tits, and then we'll just leave it there, right? I mean, or with a vagina or whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But switching back and forth and getting mad at people because you're making the decision to change your fucking. However you're
pronouns,
however you're like announced at a party,
gender,
it's not their fault. Like you're the one who's making your decisions, and I'm not gonna try to compensate for your feelings every single time. You know.
Yep, I've said it before.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. I think if this continues to happen, it almost looks like this is becoming a phase. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going through a phase where I don't sexually know what I am. And then now,
it's like, you mean the thing that like 8 to 12-year-olds experience before they have their period or not?
The thing that they keep pushing on children, like, you can change your gender. No, you can't, little shit.
Change your what?
Your gender. Remember we
gender,
talked about that they're pushing, like, you want to cut off your penis, you want to cut off your tits, you want fucking hormones for men on your female body.
Did you tell me about the thing where it was like a boy said that they wanted to be a girl and their parents stopped him from doing it, and then like 12 years later he was like, I'm so glad they did that. Did you tell me that?
I think so. Yeah.
It's like because those people would have regretted that decision for the rest of their lives, right?
Yeah, and that's a problem.
It's like and honestly, like you can feel however you want.
Yeah.
And you can ask people to treat you any way that you want, but as far as cosmetic surgery is concerned, wait until after you become an adult.
Honestly, till you're 30.
I don't know about 30. Like, because at 18 you're at your own. You can make your own decisions.
Yeah, but come on.
I know, but at 18 you can make your own decisions, and I really feel like if they're really still feeling that way, then they can do whatever they want. But up until you can't drink alcohol or do drugs or even smoke now till 21, right?
Remember back in the day it was 18.
Yeah. Woo. Like, but for some reason you can change.
Cut your penis off and lop off your titties
when you're like 10, right? That's backwards.
It's just it's just gonna fuck the psyche in children, man.
Exactly.
It's already. Look at her. She fucking was all fucked up a few years.
Yeah.
Now she's like,
she overdosed a few times.
Yeah. And now she's like, I'm a woman now. I've come to my senses. I must have been the drugs getting out of her body.
Yeah. Maybe I'll change my mind again in 3 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
But all you homos saying it's and theys and whatever can look at me as a role model.
Sure.
That's a little too far. I'm bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, homos. Nothing against you. You just fall in that group of wokes.
The wokes?
The wokes. As I do a circle with my finger pointing at the wall. So from a Disney person, we go to children now. So Mason mom Brianna Dickinson, was sent into a near panic Thursday when she arrived at Emerson Elementary in Mesa to pick up her son, Arion. What the fucking name is that?
Aragon.
Arion?
How do you spell that?
Arryon?
Arroyon?
Maybe. Anyways.
Well, arroyo is rice in Spanish, right?
I don't know. No.
It's arroz.
Arroz. From his first day at kindergarten, and he was not in the pickup area where he was supposed to be. I got there, and I didn't see him outside with the rest of the kids. I got out of the vehicle and asked, "Where's my son?" Where my son was, and nobody knew. I had to ask about 4 or 5 different times until finally a teacher came up to me and asked who I was looking for. I gave her my son's name. After a quick search near the middle school gate, teachers had no answer. She came back and said, "Well, nobody's over there.
I guess I don't have my son anymore."
Yeah. I proceed to go to the office and ask them, "Where is my son?" Everybody's on the radio looking, asking. They eventually locked the gates of the school so that everybody could look inside the school in the different classrooms, the bathroom as well. Still, he was nowhere to be found. Dickinson says Mesa police were called to the search as she learned her son was signed out to a new substitute teacher who apparently didn't know the proper procedure.
Oh my God.
It was a very traumatic thing to go show up to your child's first day of school, first day of kindergarten, and they're nowhere to be found. Nobody knows anything. And then when I did catch up to the teacher, I heard her talking to the other teachers who were going over the procedure for the students, and all she said was, "Oh." I asked her, "What do you mean, oh? Where's my son?" "Yeah, we can't find him," and her attitude was a bit too smug, almost like she thought it was funny or something, Dickinson recalled. Finally, about a half an hour later, Dickinson's son was found by police near 6th Street and Cherry.
Oh my God!
About a quarter of a mile from the elementary school. Mesa police picked her son up and returned him safely to... Oh, damn it. Where did my spot go?
So the little kid just fucking wandered off, or what happened?
So Mesa police picked her son up and returned him safely to her school. From my understanding... I didn't put it on here.
They said that the substitute teacher improperly checked them out, but like what? Like, "Oh, sign here, Timmy.
Yeah.
Good luck on your adventures." Like,
pretty much. What? Because I read on there. I don't know why I didn't add it on my notes, but it was pretty much, yeah, they signed him out and it goes, "Walk." Walk home, whatever your name was, Ariana, and walk home. And the little kid was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Walk home. Go to McDonald's." Yeah, I guess I'll walk home.
Okay, so
I don't even know if he was on the right track home. But.
So this is what I'm gonna say. So you know the news about like teachers and shit, and like how hard it is to find teachers nowadays because no one's paying them a living wage.
Yeah.
So you know what's happened in Texas recently is they've started accepting literally anybody that passes a background check, and like a month or two or something of training, but no actual like educational background, right?
It's beginning to feel like the educational part is pointless. And I'm not trying to bash on teachers, but what I'm trying to get at is you go to school for so many years, 4 or 5, 6, 8 years in college, university, and they teach you a lot of bullshit that some things you're like, I really don't need this in my field. And you don't learn about the field you're in until like the last final years when you got to gather up these hours. Now, if you really think about it, I'm not saying anybody can be a teacher, but when you really think about it, your idea is to read off of what the schematic is for that season or year, whatever.
You're supposed to create, documents.
There's a word for it, but I can't remember. So the idea, curriculum. Thank you. So that's the deal. So if it comes down to this is our school, these are what our procedures are, these are rules, and this is the curriculum. You will teach them out of this book and this book. Then it becomes hopefully assuming the person is right, like. Not a retard, or really stupid is what I mean when I say that.
Right.
So when they do that, then it'll be like, okay, well, curriculum be lesson 1, chapter blah blah blah, and we'll do it out of this practice book here.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the teacher would get the curriculum and say, okay, I will teach them from here and blah blah blah. Does that make sense? I'm not saying
instead of spending 8 years to learn.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a hard job. It is because kids are stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's an easy job, but I'm saying all that schooling for some jobs in life is kind of pointless.
Yeah, I agree.
Some classes. So if Texas is doing that, I'm sorry if I did cut you off, but I'm trying to get at if Texas is doing this, that's A-okay. But I do agree with what happened here. This was a fuck up.
Yeah.
And this should have been a procedure. Every child should be checked off to somebody.
Yeah.
That's how I should believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure that person is that person and make sure that kid is that kid. I don't know what system you can do that to make sure. Maybe the parent comes up, I'm looking for so-and-so. It's going to be a timely process, but verify that it is them. You know, bring up the kid. Hey, is this really your mom and dad? Yeah, it is. Okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make it safer that way instead of saying like, all right, all you kids go walk, little fuck.
And instead it was a substitute teacher on their first day of kindergarten.
Yeah,
you know?
which is a little weird too.
Yeah, it's like, why is there a substitute teacher already? The fucking first day, right?
Yeah.
But it just seems like this issue is happening because
the shortage.
Everything because of teachers being either mistreated, schools getting just straight up shot up, and not being paid correctly, right? Yeah. Like if you were to pay a teacher $70,000 to train your kid or teach your kid, I'm sure there'd be people lining up to get degrees. But right now they're being paid $40,000 maybe, and that's not livable in half states. In half the states, like I live on $25K because I live with another person that's working in the house, right? I can't do that by myself. I would never be able to do that by myself. I'd be fucking homeless, right?
Yeah.
Or I'd have to like go to a different state that's cheaper.
Which is where? Yeah. Nowadays.
Texas, maybe. But you know what I'm saying? Like treat people better and pay them better, and then maybe you won't have issues like this.
Pretty much.
Right? You wouldn't have lost your child on the first day of fucking school.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, from a worried parent of her kid walking home to get kidnapped, we talked about a child now who was kidnapped. A 12-year-old girl held captive in a rural Alabama residence escaped and was discovered walking along a road. Prompting an investigation, bodies at home where she had been kept, authorities said Tuesday, Jose Paulinho Pascual Reyes, 37, was jailed on a kidnap account in Tallapoosa County Sheriff Jimmy Abbott told the news conference District Attorney Jeremy Duer said multiple additional capital murder charges were likely.
He was a Mexican.
Oh my
These
God.
damn Mexicans.
Fuck you.
Guard our border.
Who knows if he is or not. He's probably one of those Hondurans that keep coming in those big groups. Damn it, I lost my spot. There we go. A motorist driving through a rural residential area spotted a child on the road on Monday morning and stopped, authorities said. Court records indicate that the child had been drugged and bound but managed to escape. The driver picked up the girl and called 911, prompting an investigation and search that led to police officers finding 2 decomposing bodies inside the residence where Pascual Reyes lived.
Oh my God.
And the girl was believed to be held. Abbott said other people lived at the residence, but no one else was there when police arrived. According to WRBL, the girl was tied to a bedpost inside the mobile home for more than a week and given alcohol to keep her drugged in a drug state.
Oh my God.
Detectives said she chewed through her restraints and damaged the braces on her teeth. The man was arrested in Auburn. Abbott said it was clear what information the girl might have provided to authorities, but Abbott called her a hero. We gave her medical attention. Abbott said she is safe now, and so we want to keep her that way.
Jesus.
So they're not giving the details. I think I said not the details about the other bodies they found and all that shit, and they're not going too detailed about her, which is fine.
Yeah,
I don't blame them.
Don't share the names of the victims. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So this is it's a fucked up world. It's a fucked up world, and
was this like a local kidnapping, or did they?
This is in Alabama.
Yeah, but I mean, like local, as in like the girl lived in Alabama, and
the guy was. Oh yeah,
he was like in the neighborhood.
I think he
or something.
abducted her or something, and she fucking.
Well,
she was right through. Yeah, she escaped.
She was the strong one in the 3.
Well, that's not so fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But anyways,
so God, that's dumb. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. So from Children being inducted to being almost murdered or escaping. We go now to the creeps that like these type of children.
Yeah.
I think I segued that way horrible, creeps. But yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a local one. And here we go.
All right.
A Goodyear man who was caught using his cell phone to record up the skirts of women at a Scottsdale bar had even more disturbing media on his phone, investigators said. According to the court records, he had multiple images of videos of child porn. The investigation started when security at Casa Amigos in Old Town Scottsdale spotted Ryan Albert Kokak taking upskirt videos of several women on the night of December 4, 2021. The guards took his cell phone, kicked him out of the bar, and turned the cell phone over to the Scottsdale police. On July 13, detectives analyzed the phone for media created on the night of December 4th and found 15 upskirt videos that Kokak took, according to court documents. A week later, detectives got a search warrant to look at all the media on the phone and discovered photos and videos of kids being sexually abused.
Oh my God.
Kokak was arrested on Wednesday, and officers seized 2 more phones and 3 laptops. As of Wednesday, a full analysis is still being done on the original phone. The detectives said they also found 6 videos of sexual activity that were taken from a window, and the 2 people being recorded didn't know it. The timestamp from the videos was August 12, 2019, and the location data showed it was outside an apartment near 77th Street and E. Sandalwood Drive, which is north of Chaparral Road. Police are trying to identify those victims. Kokak was booked into jail on 2 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor and more than 40 counts related to unlawful recording and voyeurism. His bond was set at $75,000. Court documents said Kokak had lived in Goodyear with his wife for 3 years and is unemployed. What a winner.
So this guy has been spending years of his life just driving to Scottsdale from Goodyear just to fucking record people?
They all said he's been arrested before, but investigators rejected the allegations.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, yeah, it sounds like he goes to...
Sounds like a real piece of shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he's no job. Beats me what his wife does.
Yeah.
But what is the point of... Yeah. What is the point of taking upskirt pics?
I think it has to do with like
the thrill of doing it.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. Apparently, they're like psychopaths, sociopaths, those type of people.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not really something glorious.
Well, to them it is,
right? But when you kind of look at it, like it's not. This is gonna sound pretty vulgar, but it's not the best angle that a pussy can look like.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. It's not about that most of the time. It's about the thrill of doing it. Like people get off to like pain, right?
Yeah.
That type of shit. It's like that, but with voyeurism. They're like, oh man, it's like I can't believe it didn't get caught. Let me try to do that again, and then does it again for the next 3 years. So like he's more than likely facing like 20 years minimum.
I don't know, but it's
because he's got child porn on there too. So not only is he a sex offender and
this is gonna sound really what is ugh, it's gonna sound disgusting. I'm even disgusted. What is child porn?
What do you mean?
Well, what is it just naked porn, children?
It's basically,
or is it like a human doing like
it's
dirty things with a naked child?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's it. We're done.
Yeah. It's all of that. Everything under the rainbow. That's the same thing that like 2 adults can do. It's the same thing that they do.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's disgusting.
No.
That's why I say that pedophiles just deserve to die. I wouldn't do any type of justice system.
That's so disgusting.
It is. Dude. It's fucking. It's like
what
horrific.
Is the point of that?
Same thing that I just described.
But what is your like fascination with like kid? What is
Ask a pedophile. I don't know.
Like, I know, but I'm just trying. Like, what is the? Oh,
yeah, it's disgusting.
Is it to ruin like a poor innocence of a child? Like, is it to broaden their flower? So to say,
you should ask Reddit.
I know. Oh my God, no.
r/ask Reddit and just be like, hey, I'm genuinely curious as to what these people get out of this, and they'll tell you.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
it's just a rabbit hole that I really don't want.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I'd rather hear about how murderers slayed prostitutes or something.
Yeah.
She took my money and no BJ.
She gave me the.
clap, everybody. The clap. If you didn't get it, it's the clap.
It's the clap.
So, yeah, I don't know.
This is the first episode that we're like kind of wrapping up right around the hour mark.
I know.
In like a while.
Oh, yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all we got, everybody. That's all we got. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to add anything else? Are we good?
I mean,
do you want to say something special or anything else?
No, I don't think so.
That's all we got.
Don't move to Arizona. We already have enough fucking people here.
Yeah, Joe Arpaio's gonna kick you out, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna find you.
I'm gonna find you. You're goddamn roughest.
From his mansion in fucking
my mansion Fountain Hills. I'll kick you on the roughest, toughest old man that shits his pants still. No,
sorry.
I'm a pirate.
Well, everybody, check us out on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. We gotta do some more TikToks too.
Yeah, we really need to do that.
I've just been super fucking busy.
I know, same here.
TikTok. What else we got?
We got Twitch. We got Facebook, Instagram. Follow. Hear us on Spotify. Hear us on Twitch. Follow us on Facebook. Leave reviews and comments anywhere and everywhere. We will try to get those.
We need some feedback.
We really want to do. Yeah, we're gonna keep saying it, and yet no one's listening. A whole tweets and emails segment or comments. I don't care.
That'd actually be a fun little segment.
Yeah, I'm saying that's really.
It's
what
like, hey, listen here, little Timmy. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And just keep going.
You guys suck. All right, that guy you guys say he's black. He's probably fucking like Mexican, and the Mexican guy is nasal as fuck. You guys are fucking garbage. And I'm like, well, where's your podcast, Billy? So,
anyways.
Yeah.
That's it for the show, everybody. We will see you next week.
Later.
Audio Jungle.